Have you ever caught yourself being negative? Well, the other day, one day last week, I was here in my studio, and it'd been the whole day, and I didn't feel like I got anything done. And my first response was to be not positive and not optimistic. And I said, "Oh, I'm never going to get anything done." And then I caught myself. I said, I've been working with my life coach on this, and I want to make sure that I'm doing this. And so right then I said, okay, I'm going to be more optimistic. And right then I felt a relief. So what I learned is that if I need to catch myself right away and be more optimistic. So what I want you guys to do is catch yourselves right away, and you'll be more optimistic. And so that's what we're going to do, is we're going to build a story. The 3 things we're going to do in this session is kind of brainstorm your story and assemble it. And then you'll submit and email it to yourself. So you'll have a story that you can edit and massage. Later on, we will add other elements to your story to make it good, or make it much more impactful and engaging for your audience. So let's jump into it. What is your optimism story? And this is a story where you were not optimistic and learned to be optimistic, and even help other people to be optimistic. And this is one of several story builders. And they all look kind of alike, so don't worry about that. Okay, so go ahead and submit your email address. It's totally confidential, but your name will be shared with others. So it's, put an alias in there if you're not really sure you want other people to see your name. All right, and this is, we're looking at stories in your signature content for your signature speech. We talk about optimism and positivity in the builder here, and we're looking at this optimism story. And your optimism story is, you want a way that to show your audience that you learned something and you changed. Because part of a story is, where and when it starts, how you changed, what you learned, and then what the point is, and action and benefit you want the audience to take. And this is in public speaking. But the big thing is, nobody's perfect. Often, people, we go online and we see somebody who's absolutely perfect. They put on this aura of never having a problem. They're perfect. They're, in the end. And we don't believe that. It's not authentic. Okay? Because everybody's struggled. So that's why we want to make sure you talk about the learning to be optimistic, and not just that I'm optimistic. Okay? We have several plots that you can choose from, that hopefully one will connect with you. And these come from Christian Booker, the 7 basic plots. And first is overcoming the monster, then rags to riches. Or is your optimism story the quest? Then the voyage and return, or it can be comedy. Be careful with comedy though, because comedy is something that's very important to a speech, but it's really hard to tell a funny story well. Okay? And then we have the tragedy, or the rebirth. Okay? These are your 7 basic plots. But generally, it's attractive to write a story or tell a story with 3. Okay? 3 things happen. And Goldilocks and the 3 Bears, Little Red Riding Hood, the 3 Little Pigs. Okay? Those 3, they're very popular in stories. And here's some other ideas for you, but I'll let you read those if you need to. And these are ones that we use in class to help students come up with stories for their speeches. Okay, so now it's time for you to write your optimism story. Choose one of these plots and give a quick, when did it start? Where did it start? Then a quick summary, time when you weren't optimistic. And this example here is good enough. I was not optimistic. I became optimistic, or then I realized the consequences, and this is what I did to make the effort. So you got your 3. Then end your story well. What did you learn? Obviously something about optimism. And then what do you want your audience to do? Be optimistic. And then what will be the benefit for them? And that's up here in the action and benefit stage. But make it short. Okay? Very important, make it short. Then, what is it from the optimism builder that you wanted, or that you thought was valuable? Anyway, and then here's some tips for you to massage and edit your optimism story later. So let me kind of wrap it up and end here with, in this session, we talked about coming up with ideas for your optimism story, creating a plot, and structuring your optimism story. So hope it was valuable to you, and be optimistic. It's easier.